Diana Ross, now 80 years old, has lived an eventful life over the past 5 decades. As an iconic figure in music, her name is associated with timeless classics and a distinctive style. However, after over 80 years of striving for success in her career, it appears the Hollywood star may have met a tragic end. What has happened to the beloved legend? Is she truly living a tragic life? Let's delve into how Diana Ross has confirmed what many have long suspected. Ross's path to fame includes a notable incident from December 30th, 2002. Diana Ross faced a legal issue when she was arrested for driving under the influence, DUI, while undergoing substance abuse treatment at a rehab facility in Tucson, Arizona. Following her arrest, she was sentenced to 2 days in jail near her Connecticut estate as part of the legal consequences for her DUI. Born in Detroit, Michigan on March 26, 1944, Diana Ross was the second of 6 children born to Ernestine and Fred Ross Sr. Her mother originally intended to name her Diane, but a clerical error on the birth certificate led to her being officially named Diana. However, her family and friends in Detroit always called her Diane. Diana grew up in a Baptist household with her parents and her siblings, including 2 sisters, Barbara and Rita, and 3 brothers named Arthur, Fred Jr., and Wilbert, who was affectionately known as Chico. The Ross family originally lived at 635 Belmont Street in the North End section of Detroit, near Highland Park, Michigan. Remarkably, their neighbor was the famous Smokey Robinson. However, when Diana was 7 years old, her mother contracted tuberculosis, which left her gravely ill. To ensure her recovery and the well-being of the children, Diana's parents made the difficult decision to send her and her siblings to live with their maternal grandparents, Reverend William Moten, who was the pastor of the Bessemer Baptist Church, and Mrs. William Moten in Bessemer, Alabama. After her mother's recovery, Diana, along with her siblings, eventually returned to Detroit, where her remarkable journey as an entertainer would begin. On her 14th birthday in 1958, Diana Ross's family made a significant move, relocating to the working-class Brewster Douglass housing projects in Detroit, where they settled on St. Antoine Street. Diana continued her education at Cass Technical High School, a prestigious 4-year college and preparatory magnet school located in downtown Detroit. At the time, her dreams revolved around a career in fashion design. To pursue her aspirations of becoming a fashion designer, she engaged in a diverse range of coursework at her high school. She took classes in clothing design, millinery, the art of making hats, pattern making, and tailoring. Alongside her pursuit of fashion design, she also explored other areas of interest. During evenings and weekends, she embarked on modeling and cosmetology classes. Notably, she later revealed that Smokey Robinson had generously provided her with the funds necessary to attend these classes. In addition, she also actively participated in the school's extracurricular activities, including joining its swim team. In 1960, she took her first steps into the professional world when she was hired as a busgirl at Hudson's, a prominent downtown Detroit department store. Her employment at Hudson's was particularly noteworthy as she became the store's first African-American bus girl, marking an important milestone in her early working life. To supplement her income, she offered hairdressing services to her neighbors, showcasing her talent and entrepreneurial spirit. In January 1962, her academic journey at Cass Tech culminated in her graduation. This period of her life laid the foundation for her future success, an iconic career in the entertainment industry. At the age of 15, in 1958, she began her journey to musical stardom when she joined the Pre-Mets, the sister group to a male vocal ensemble called the Primes. This connection was established when Paul Williams, a member of the Primes, noticed her talent and brought her to the attention of music manager Milton Jenkins. Alongside Diana, the Primettes consisted of Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, and Betty McGlown, who was dating Paul Williams at the time. The talents of the female vocal ensemble shone when they won a talent competition in 1960 in Windsor, Ontario. Their performance caught the attention of A&R executive and songwriter Robert Bateman, who invited them to audition for Motown Records. Diana Ross's remarkable live performances at various events including sock hops, began to gain recognition. In a significant turn of events, Diana approached her former neighbor and rumored childhood boyfriend, William Smokey Robinson, to discuss auditioning for Motown. However, Smokey insisted that the quartet first audition for him. He then agreed to bring them to Motown on one condition, that they'd let him and his group, The Miracles, hire the Primettes' guitarist Marv Tarplin for an upcoming tour. This arrangement led to Marv Tarplin's long and influential tenure in Robinson's band, which Diana Ross considered a fair trade. The Primettes later went through the Motown audition process, performing before various Motown executives. Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown, recalled hearing Diana Ross sing There Goes My Baby and being captivated by her voice. This chance encounter stopped him in his tracks. Despite their talent, Gordy advised the group to finish high school before pursuing a career with Motown. Undaunted by this advice, the quartet began to frequent Motown's Hitsville, USA headquarters, offering their support for Motown recordings by contributing hand claps and background vocals. In 1960, the group recorded 2 tracks for Lupine Records, with Diana Ross singing lead on one of them. During this period, Diana took on various roles within the group, serving as its hairstylist, makeup artist, seamstress, and costume designer. In late 1960, with Barbara Martin replacing Betty McGlown, the Primettes were granted the opportunity to record their songs at Hitsville Studio. Many of these songs were written by Smokey Robinson, who was then the vice president of Motown. Some of these early tracks included Your Heart Belongs to Me and A Breathtaking Guy. Although they enjoyed regional success, these songs did not become nationwide hits. In January 1961, Berry Gordy agreed to sign the group, but under the condition that they changed their name. Florence Ballard, a member of the group, chose the name Supremes, reportedly because it was the only name on the list that didn't end with 8 T's. Diana Ross expressed concerns that the new name might be mistaken for a male vocal group, but Gordy went ahead and signed the group as the Supremes on January 15, 1961. The group changed over the years, with Barbara Martin leaving in 1962, reducing the quartet to a trio, and Diana Ross taking on the role of lead singer in 1963. Their breakthrough came in 1964 with the release of Where Did Our Love Go?, which became their first #1 hit, setting the stage for a remarkable run of success. In 1965, she officially adopted the name Diana, a deviation from her birth name, Diane. It was also at this time that Ross began a romantic relationship with Motown CEO Berry Gordy, which continued for several years. This relationship led to the birth of Ross's eldest child, Rhonda Suzanne Silberstein, in August 1971. Interestingly, Rhonda was raised by Robert Ellis Silberstein, a music executive and Diana Ross's then husband, despite knowing her true paternity. Ross decided to tell Rhonda the truth when she was 13 years old, revealing that Berry Gordy was her biological father. Before this revelation, Rhonda referred to Gordy as Uncle BB. During her marriage to Robert Ellis Silberstein, Diana Ross had 2 daughters, Tracy Joy Silberstein, born in 1972, who later became known as Tracy Ellis Ross, and Chudney Lane Silberstein, born in 1975. Ross and Silberstein divorced in 1977.